and things like that. So bear with me for just a minute. All right. I want to make sure I can see everybody's chats. So let me pull up my video stream on the small screen. Here we go. So before I start playing, I'm going to take a few minutes here, let people kind of filter in if they want to, things like that. And just kind of check in, see how everybody's doing. You can share um, how you're feeling or what's been going on lately. Microphone issues. Some weird stuff going on with my microphone lately, so bear with me if that happens again. I just have to unplug it and plug it back in. That seems to be fixing it lately, but before I do this again, I will be looking for a more permanent fix. So, oh, I see that Aunt Joni has joined us here. So that's cool. I'm just kind of chatting a little bit before I get started with the music here, and hopefully people will join in. Like I said, share some thoughts. Let's try and keep it positive because everything that's going on right now is kind of the opposite, and everybody's struggling and kind of frustrated right now, and I get that. Um, this is my home studio. There's not much to take you on a tour of because basically it's just this little area that you see on the camera, plus maybe about 2 feet to my right, um, and a keyboard over here that you can't see. Hello. So it's great. I can see everybody's comments. So please, yeah, if you have any questions or anything like that as I go on, just let me know. Just give you a little update of what I've been up to. It's not cool for a musician to admit that they have some other day job. Maybe that's kind of gone by the wayside. And actually, it is kind of just, a reality that a lot of us have to work multiple jobs to make ends meet and things like that. Currently, I am on layoff. Uh, so that means this is what I'm working on. It's all music right now because I don't have any other work to do. That doesn't mean I'm not getting income. I applied for the unemployment and all that. So if you feel like tipping, that's great. The links are up on the video description. You can do that if you feel like it, because the longer this goes on, the more uncertain things might get in my future, but it's certainly not expected, and I know everybody's strapped. So, again, not expected. I'm doing this, like I said, because this is the work that I have right now, and I like doing it. I miss playing out in front of real faces, so that's why I encourage you to leave some comments in there. Hello, Danny. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's Uncle Don and Aunt Joni listening. Hello to both of you. That's really cool. I'm going to try and get started with some music here so that I'm not just droning on with my charming, monotonous voice here. You'll see these. I'll keep these headphones on for most of this because it's my way of being able to hear if there's any audio issues or anything like that. So as you heard, the microphone cut out a little bit ago, and I was able to fix it fairly quickly. So if that happens again, I should be able to do it. When I'm alone with her, she expires the blues. She inspires my tune. When she is with me, she reaches out when I drive. 'Cause I'm always too distracted to just enjoy the ride or being alive. Now, sometimes she only gets my whisper smile, but that's enough for her. She knows she's mine. She brought me to the city. It's a rock and roll city. Now I'm making my sounds. Is anyone around? Now, sometimes she only gets my whisper smile, but that's enough for her. She knows she's mine. I can hear the trains of Collinwood calling me. I can hear my lover so desperately wanting to set me free. Sometimes she only gets my that's enough. Oh, that's enough. I can hear the trains. I can hear my lover. I can hear. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's a tune called Whisper Smile. Hello, Carly. I see you joined us. That song's from an album I put out in January. Thought I was going to be playing a bunch of shows in support of the album. I think I got 2 or 3 in before the lockdown happened. But, I had a release party. I've never done one of those before, so even just being able to do that a couple days before the actual digital release was a lot of fun. So I did that up at Coda in Tremont. And thank you to everybody. I know some of you are watching who attended that show, so thank you for showing up. What else did I want to mention? I guess that's it for now. Along with these new songs, I've also been kind of rediscovering some different ways to play some of my older songs that maybe a little more groovy. And so I figured this was kind of a fun... what's the word I'm looking for? This was kind of a fun medium to bring this kind of laid back, like, hey, let's try a few things, see what works and see what doesn't. But I'm so happy that you're joining me for this, and I hope you like what kind of weirdness comes out of it. Again, this is just kind of a laid back thing, and we'll just have some fun with it. So this is a song from the previous album, and it's called Chemical Spill. The acoustic version, much different than the album version, even though the album version is done with all acoustic guitar. You just wouldn't know it because I put a ton of effects on it. So now I'm just ranting a bit, so I'm going to get into the tune. I think I must have a bad cable, you guys. Sorry to interrupt that. I was hoping it wasn't going to happen mid-song. We'll pick it back up from the second verse. Is your time too precious to share? Chemicals in our blood, I felt a reaction. Must have stumbled and spilled along the way. Sometimes you want it too much. Attempt to feel a rush. I can still flip the switch. I still wanna turn you on. Sometimes you want it too much. Attempt to feel a rush. I can still flip the switch. Oh, I still wanna turn you on. Now I can still flip the switch. Oh, I still wanna turn you on. Thanks. Feel silly saying thanks. Usually there's at least one person clapping, but I pay them off before the show. I'm drinking a little bit of this nondescript dark red liquid. I don't think legally you're allowed to, drink certain beverages on a broadcast. So this is some kind of juice. So I've been seeing a lot of other. Oh, hello, Mike and Shelly. By the way, I'm glad you joined. Danny's been cheering. Yes. I hope loud enough to have the neighbors call someone on you. I'm just doing just that good of a job. The microphone goes out mid-song. Wow. Oh, Liz, hello. So, as I said, this is the only work I've been doing now because I have been, at least for the time being, temporarily laid off. So I am trying my hardest to work on some new music as well as figure this whole live stream thing out. I think I have it down except for my microphone issues that are plaguing me during this session, and I hope we've heard the end of it. A lot of other musicians I've seen, if you have the ability to go out and watch their live casts and support them if you can. I know everybody's tight on cash, but a lot of people need it more than I do at this point. I'm getting off my point, though. So a lot of us are stuck inside and we're writing new music. And I had already been working on an idea for the next set of songs I was going to do. And turns out they had a little bit of like an apocalyptic feel to them to begin with. And so I just kind of ran with that, and any song that came out of lockdown just kind of seemed to click with that. I also had a more positive song come out of it as well, but it's kind of random. Not finished yet, but I will play you one of the other new songs tonight. So anyway, this is one that goes back a while that I'm bringing back to life. It's never been released before, and it's got that kind of end of the world type of feel to it. This is called Discrepancy. Is the world gone? Or did someone put out the lights? Or my eyes? Or is it just my imagination running wild? Or running scared, or running blind? Can I open my eyes now? The world is gone. Somebody put out the lights. Oh, my eyes. It's just my imagination running wild. Or running scared, or running blind. I can't open my eyes now. awesome. Danny and I'm guessing Chris is watching with you. Have been cheering so loudly that the neighbors are quite upset, I'm told. Good, good job. And here I am encouraging, disrupting the peace. So this is being broadcast, simulcast to Facebook as well as YouTube. So if anybody follows me on YouTube, they're also getting this. I thought I'd share one of the more complete new songs with you. Appropriately titled Isolation Frustration. I need my cheat lyrics, so you'll probably see me looking down a little bit more for this song. Still in development, but hey, we're doing this kind of casual viewing thing here, and I hope you're having a good time. And even if I'm loose and, providing some unfinished works to you, it's something really weird's going on with that microphone. Anyway, I hope it's a fun time for you, was my point in that. So a lot of what I'm working on has more of a shoegaze type of dream pop feel to it. Jangly guitars, of course, because it's me and that's what I do on everything that I write. And so we're told to remain in isolation. Oh, we'll remain. We do our best to prevent contamination. Will we remain? And if our separation makes us fond, for now we'll wait and see if we can reach from beyond. I've got nothing to do, nothing to do, not much left to lose. I just sit and watch as we all go in the red, losing our breath, losing our heads. And if our separation makes us fond, I guess Hello, Stephanie. Sorry, I'm going to acknowledge everybody that joins this. Stephanie has joined. Says, I sound good. She's proud of me. She wants a fun fact. The fun fact isn't that fun, but the only fact I have off the top of my head is I wrote that song about 10 days ago. So, it's not a fun fact. So that probably means my wife upstairs is watching as well, which is kind of funny because she's having a virtual happy hour, which is another kind of interesting and I think generally positive thing that's come out of this lockdown. It's nice to see people still wanting to connect, and honestly, not even just wanting to connect with the people they normally would. I know, at least for my part, I've had a couple where it's people I wouldn't have seen for a little while still that I'm like, yeah, let's set one of these up. So it's been fun. Have a few beverages and a little bit of chat. They usually last an hour or two, or sometimes even more. But hey, a lot of us have time right now. What was the plan to do next? Oh, okay. So some other ones from the new album. That one's called Transportation Boulevard. You can listen to it most places you would listen to music. If you go and buy it on Bandcamp, that's what helps me out the most. But, you know, I'm not going to judge you if you just listen on Spotify or anything like that. I will judge you if you just plain out don't listen. I'd say I'll send someone to your house, but we can't do that. This is a song called What's Left to Wonder, and I think it's kind of appropriate. The countdown has begun. The bell is already being rung. The champion has already won. But I'm still here. What's left to wonder? Is there something I left behind? So many things have been done. The world is in motion. So we continue to run to feel the world's emotion. What's left to wonder? Is there something under? What's left to wonder? We spend much of our time preparing to die. We spend so much of our time just learning to die, and still we don't get it right, and still it's alright. What's left to wonder? What's left again. I wanna dive right in your deep end. I wanna be the best human I can be when I'm around you. Still I'm asking myself, what the hell am I gonna do? I wanna. This microphone work. Wow. I wanna be right at the top of my game. If I stop right now, that'd be a shame. I wanna be the best I've ever been. I don't think all this time that you've seen, and I'm wondering what the hell I'm gonna do. Oh my, so that's live music for you. Technical difficulties. I don't have a quick enough solution to fix these microphone issues where it's not going to interrupt the performance for like 10 minutes straight. So you'll have to bear with me. What I'm going to try and do from here on out is unplug, plug it back in before I start any song, and it should last through the whole song. It seems to be lasting, I don't know, somewhere in the vicinity of like 6-7 minutes before it gives out on me. I don't know what piece of equipment is faulty, so that's why I can't just fix it on the fly here. But again, like I said, that's live music for you. Sometimes that happens, and we look like dummies, but there's nothing we can do sometimes. Hello, Victoria. This is one of my favorite things about doing live Facebook casts, is that I can see who joins in to the group and what they're saying, and it feels a lot more open and back and forth than at a show where, people are talking about this or that, focused on their drinks, their conversations, and not necessarily always engaged with the performer. And yeah, I get it. Some of that can be our fault, because we're there to entertain. So if we're not doing our job, then we shouldn't wonder why there isn't engagement. But anyway, I digress again. So one thing I thought would be fun for this kind of thing. Thanks for the live music. We really need it. Well, yeah. According to one person, we really needed this live music. So thank you for joining and listening to the live music. Anyway, what I thought would be fun for this kind of format would be to do a little bit of improving with my loop pedal here, because a lot of times I just sit down here and I practice and I get sidetracked because I come up with something ridiculous on this loop pedal. And like 9 times out of 10, it just all works out together. And I don't know if it's, I'm like not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just trying to find some chords that we can start with here. That's a bit too fast. That's a little slow. That feels okay. The real trick would be adding words, wouldn't it? Someone go and fetch me my hat. On your way out, don't step on the cat. What you think about that? Oh no, a rat. That's how we're going to end that one. So, for those who just joined, you're lucky. You just joined on probably the weirdest part of the show and the silliest. Those are probably the most genius lyrics that I think I've come up with. Again, sorry for the audio issues. You're going to hear that from time to time. I'm going to unplug and replug in, and it'll probably do a little crackle on your phone or your mobile device. Hope you're somewhere laid back, probably home, joining me in your beverage of choice. And just relaxing for now, because it's kind of all we can do. There's a lot going on, and at the same time, there's not a lot going on. So it's a really strange situation, but I think we're to the point where just about everybody's been affected in some way by this whole situation, whether it's a family member or a friend of a friend, somebody who's actually come down with the virus or anything like that. I think everybody kind of knows somebody by now, and it's a bit chilling. You actually do kind of have a little bit of apprehension about just going to get groceries and things like that. But when we're in a time of needing to get our hands on some toilet paper because it hasn't been in the store for 4 weeks or 6 weeks, it's kind of necessary. So what can you do? Again, my point, I guess, is it's hard advice to take, but I think as long as we have to stay home, we should try and do the things that maybe make us happy at home. For me, it's this. It's what you see right now. I hope everybody else is kind of making the best of it as they can. I'm really sorry if any of this has really affected anybody's, livelihood. I know it's hit me a little bit at least, but I'm not going to go on about it. Anyway, losing my train of thought. Anyway, cheers. I'm going to play another song. This is from way back. This is called Strange Vibe. Again, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, please chime in because I can see them and I can respond. Hello, Victoria. I have 2 Victorias watching, and none of them are my wife. Before anybody takes that the wrong way, I'm just pointing out how odd that is, that's kind of the rare situation that I have multiple Victorias watching, and it's not my wife, unless she's doing it covertly through somebody else. But anyway, I was playing the intro to that a little sloppily, so that's why I interrupted myself. It was really a trick to get to start over. You broke the barrier like a force to be reckoned with. Oh, many false promises, I don't know where to begin. You don't want the world to see you this way. You radiate the strangest vibe, and I just cannot explain. Straight through the airwaves, I felt it coming on like a storm. The sound is painful, but it keeps me coming back for more. You don't want the world to see you this way. You radiate the strangest vibe, and I just cannot explain. Oh, 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 oh. cross the line that was drawn, turn this into something else. I gave you everything, but you kept me in a box on the shelf. You don't want the world to see you this way. You radiate the strangest vibe, and I just cannot explain. I need you here tonight. Radiate the strangest vibe. I need you here tonight. Oh, oh. There's always one, Mike. Always one. The thing that musicians hate to hear even more than "you suck." The joke that always gets old. I think most of us know what I'm talking about. And I think anybody who's watching can see the comments. So I'm not even going to repeat the comment. He probably thinks I'm really pissed off about it, but I'm really not. All right, so again, microphone's been acting up, so I'm going to do the old IT solution of unplug and plug it back in before I start the next song, just in case. I'll tell it like it is. I can't hold back anymore. There's no way in hell we can avoid what we have in store. It's too important to keep silent. A bullet from a gun. Time will never heal us. Time will never heal us. All we can do is run. Don't shoot the messenger. You might not like what you hear. Words fall out like an avalanche. You just can't keep clear. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. It's like this every night. Elephant in the room. At least we're being honest. There's nothing nothing we can do. Don't shoot the messenger. You might not like what you hear. Words fall out like an avalanche, and you just can't keep clear. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You might not like what you hear. The words fall out like an avalanche, and you just can't keep clear. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. There's no going back, no chance of staying on your feet. Yes, I'm seething about the Freebird comment, Victoria. That's why I played such an angry song. That was Cold Conversation, not Freebird. I'm tuning. Announcement time. Craig's tuning. About the coolest thing a musician does on stage. All jokes, yes, Mike. That's me, me tonight. All jokes, all filler. No killer. No, I really just tried to make tonight kind of a laid-back hangout type of feel, because I don't really get the chance to do that when I'm on a real stage. This is nice to have more direct access and easier access to friends and fans alike. So again, please keep commenting, even if you do have to say Freebird. I could have gotten this set list done by like 9 o'clock, but this is why I scheduled this event until 9:30, is because I knew I'd be goofing off a little bit. But hopefully it's all been fun for you. A little bit of joy. During a tough situation. time I think of you, things are not the same. In this place, the sun always shines, but it never shines on me. And I'm begging you to come back and set me free. Usually I always love you sometimes. In the land of the midnight sun, I hear you calling my name. Starless sky lights my way, but I don't know where to turn. Every time I think of you, my heart begins to burn. I would go to bed, but I refuse to sleep. Still I'm begging you to come back and set me free. Oh, usually I always love you sometimes. In the land of the midnight sun, I hear you calling my name. You calling my name. Calling my name. That one's an oldie as well, called Midnight Sun. Oh, there's the third Victoria. Greetings. Greetings from one floor below. So I got a couple more from the new album, Transportation Boulevard. I'm going to go into. And again, bear with me on the microphone. So, since this is kind of a chill atmosphere, share with you a little bit of the story of this song, because I like to think that my stories are interesting. This song is called The Vast Design of Things, and that's named after a line in a Twilight Zone episode. I now live in Willoughby, Ohio, and the episode is called A Stop at Willoughby. So basically the song is kind of encapsulates the feeling of the albums. It's taking a chance on a new location, a new love, falling in love with just the new scenery and the new situation and the new person you're with. It can mean whatever you want it to mean, but that's the general idea. It almost seems like fate. When you end up somewhere that you weren't planning on, but you decide to zig instead of zag, and you end up somewhere better. That's Willoughby, Ohio for me. And Cleveland. Got a nasty reputation, waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Now I don't see any use in that kind of self-degradation. This is my fascination. Not so worried about my destination, and I'm finding it easier, so much easier to let go. To run across the world, but she knows where I belong. I wanted to hide from all of the darkness on the inside. I'll just let beauty be my guide. Whoa, yeah. Come on, beauty, be my guide. Come on, beauty, be my guide. Hello again, Stephanie. Fortunately, I was blessed with a voice that has all the charm of an NPR broadcaster. So get out your favorite unflavored water beverage. And your reddish style drink. And relax. I almost sounded creepy at that moment. Sorry. I have a few more. I'm not your garden variety, no. I think your importance is overblown. If you think I should take a hike, I think you're right. Carrying these feelings like a backpack full of bricks. Another day of doing your deeds. Think I'm gonna miss it. If you tell me to take a hike, I'd heed your advice. I don't wanna bury my dreams in all my luxuries. The price just too steep. That one's called Take a Hike, and that I think that ending part works a lot better. The raspiness that I'm getting off of my reddish style beverage kind of added to the effect on that. So, earlier on, I did one kind of improv thing, and I was going to try a second one, hopefully with a different flavor. Let's start with that. This kind of sounds like Wild Thing, doesn't it? I think I love you. Yeah, I'm not digging it. I think I can do better. So that went better than expected. But what would you call that one? Does anybody have a name for that one? Made it up on the spot. And if you say it should be called on the spot, that's just lazy. I've got one more, and then I'm going to sign off for the night. And again, if you feel like supporting, I have my link for PayPal in the description of the video. And it's not something that's expected. And again, I realize that everybody is kind of strapped right now and being very careful with their finances. So, like I said, I do this because this is the work I have right now, and I find it a lot of fun. Not just the live casting, the writing music, the playing out when I can, and all that kind of stuff. Right now I can't, so you get me on your screen. Okay, so the last one's the title track from Transportation Boulevard. It's kind of a motivational tune if I've ever had one. We're falling in a well-worn groove, a false sense of security. Look at our little safety bubble. It's so shiny, oh, it's so true. You have to make a friend out of your fear, unless you plan to stay right here. As for me, I'm moving on. The truth is I was already gone. It's another story of nothing gained due to nothing ventured. So let's be unstable now. I'm not resigned to remain the same. Take some comfort in all your fear, unless you wanna sit right here. As for me, I'll find my way. It's far too late to convince me to stay. Can you hear me through the rain? Can you hear me through the see me anymore. 9:30 on the dot. Well, unless anybody else has anything else, I'm going to sign off for the night, and it's been kind of a fun trip. Um, you know, I'm a little bit talking to myself up here, but at the same time, thank you, the people that have left some comments and things like that. It's kind of helped me along this evening and put a smile on my face for sure. I hope I was able to do the same for you. And I'm thinking about doing these maybe, I don't know, every 2 weeks, something like that. I'm really into my songwriting right now, so otherwise I would do it like on a weekly basis. But it takes some rearranging to get this right. Anyway, thanks again, and I'll see you around.